Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This video is part of the Kaspa Christmas giveaway series where we'll be giving away Kaspa coin in each video. So this is about educating more people about Kaspa coin and also giving back to you guys. So the way that it works, there'll be 12 word seed phrase hidden in each video somewhere, and you'll have to find each word and input it into a wallet. Then you can unlock the wallet and do whatever you want with the Kaspa coin. Each wallet was made through kaspawallet.io and will be linked in the description. Each wallet is also password protected, but that will also be in the description as well. Make sure you like this video for more of this content and comment down below if you found the seed phrase and got into the wallet. This is another video talking about the KasAxe, so I just want to bring it right back around because we made a video previously, maybe 4 months ago, as part of this Christmas Kaspa thing, just giving more exposure to these things and the technology behind certain cryptocurrencies, obviously this month being Kaspa coin. So we have the KasAxe concept. I think some people have actually thought of this before for other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin. As you can see there, a couple of comments on this video, praying for the Liteaxe, but really interested in seeing different models. I'm with you, help secure the network, but there's a lot of people that will try to solo mine using this for sure. So I got a lot of good feedback on this, and I think that it definitely has a time coming. Probably later down the line, talking about a year down the line if there's any need for it. The real reason and the need for the actual Bitaxe that we see is mainly because the mining machines or the Bitcoin mining machines are very expensive. So you'd want to take one of those and basically produce an open source model of it in a smaller version that gets it to everyone. The difficulty on the Bitcoin network is also extremely high, so you are kind of playing the lottery at that point. And just to reiterate, the KasAxe is, if you haven't seen the previous video, is basically a Bitaxe with a Kaspa chip or a Kaspa ASIC chip within there. And there are a bunch of iterations, so this doesn't have to come in the form of a Bitaxe. It can come in the form of a nerd miner or even stuff like the KasAxe. We have a bunch of things here, like you can see this KasAxe right there, or let's actually find the nerd miner here. You can see the nerd miner that we're seeing here. So all the kind of same model where you have a PCB board, some sort of LCD display, and then one chip from an ASIC miner within there. This has kind of been around, I'd say probably about 1.5 years now. And a lot of people are asking for different models of it, not just from a Bitcoin perspective, but maybe a Litecoin, Kaspa coin, even a Dogecoin perspective. It might be possible to actually get those chips and start to solo mine on them. As I said, there is a real need for the Bitaxes or any of these solo Bitcoin miners because the difficulty is so high. You want to try and decentralize the whole network with smaller miners. You can buy a Bitaxe Gamma, which currently is the top range, for around $200. However, if you actually wanted to buy the full miner, it costs you around $3,000, so I'd say around $4,500 to get an S21 Pro. So these Gamma versions include an S21 Pro chip, only one of them, behind that heatsink there. And this video, I know it's mainly focused on the KasAxe, but I do see a need for other cryptocurrencies to have this as well, mainly when they switch over to ASICs, because you need a mass-produced, lower hash rate ASIC to kind of further decentralize that network. And mainly the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because I don't think it's too far-fetched to actually make it happen. There is already a GitHub out there for the Bitaxe, so anyone can go and take that code. It's just somebody has to be willing to develop it for a different cryptocurrency. Once we see a second iteration for any other cryptocurrency, it doesn't actually have to be Kaspa coin. But once we do see a second iteration for even a Litecoin, that's probably going to open the floodgates to every other cryptocurrency that's on an ASIC to be mined with one of these smaller machines that we see there. The main concept that I said we were going for is instead of having a Bitmain S21 chip or any type of Bitcoin chip in there, you'd have a Kaspa ASIC chip. And I think we would obviously go with Bitmain or Ice River to produce this. And you just take those chips off and put them here, heatsink on top of it, and then obviously coded towards the K-heavy hash algorithm for Kaspa coin, or even the script for Litecoin. Now, going back to what I was saying about the price of these and the need to actually have a smaller miner like the Bitaxe, there are smaller miners for Kaspa coin that we already kind of have. So we encounter some problems with only having it with one chip inside it, is that it would cost quite a lot and substantially more than maybe even a KS Pro that we see for Kaspa coin mining right now. So at current price, as we said, the top one is around $200, but we do expect that to go down in price as time goes on. Just because there's going to be more out there, it's going to be more efficient to produce them, and as time goes on, it should get cheaper to produce basically everything. But with the Kaspa KS0 Pro, you're getting a bunch of chips in there, and it's only $339. So it's around $140 more than just the normal Bitaxe with only one chip in it. I believe that these have 24 chips in it and can produce 200 gigahash. So there isn't really a need for a KasAxe unless it's at a really, really cheap price. And the only people that could, in theory, produce this is either Bitmain or Ice River, because Ice River have already got the concept for a low hash rate miner, which doesn't take up too much electricity and can basically be a solo lucky miner on the other side of things. That's the main focus of the Bitaxe, is that it's a solo lucky miner. But Bitaxe normally has the highest hash rate with NerdAxe. It wasn't that much hash rate. Even with those USB miners, it wasn't that much hash rate either. So these are kind of forefront of moving the hash rate. They even have a hex version, which is 6 chips. So probably building out their own board to eventually rival Bitmain in terms of open sourcing it. And the whole message around it is that you want an open source miner that anyone can take from GitHub. They can build it themselves, they can source all the parts, and they can mine on the Bitcoin network. I know that basically everyone that's involved in Bitaxe right now is mainly focused on Bitcoin. So it kind of takes somebody to break out of that and go for a different coin. Currently, obviously I don't see that happening anytime soon. But even with the concept of Ice River, I think that they might also potentially look to do this for Kaspa coin in the future, just because they have smaller miners already. So this is the KS0 Pro, which is using, I think, KS3 or 2 chips, but we're all the way up to KS5 at the moment, which if we scroll down here, we can look at the KS5L, and that brings in 12 terahash. And I think there's something like 250 chips overall in here, so split that between 12. I don't know what the actual hash rate would be, but they would obviously need to be substantially less priced than the Bitaxe to make it worthwhile for Kaspa mining. As you can see, the price of these are very low compared to the Bitcoin miners that we see. Now, lastly, when we're talking about the KasAxe, there might actually be a real need for it in terms of not even solo lucky mining like we see with Bitaxe, because that is kind of playing the lottery. But when the 10 blocks per second, or furthermore 32 blocks or 100 blocks per second come online, it would actually lower the threshold for solo miners to hit a block. Currently you can hit, I don't know, 2 blocks a day on the KS5, and you'd be able to technically hit 20 blocks a day on the KS5 at 10 blocks per second. So as the blocks per second increase, that is actually going to lower the threshold for solo mining and hitting blocks. And let's just pretend that it is getting up to 50 blocks per second. That would allow for really, really small machines to still be able to actually mine solo blocks at an efficient rate. So I'm talking maybe 1 week to 1 month, you'd hit a solo block with one of these machines, and hopefully the price of Kaspa coin at the time allows you to still be relatively profitable without having to play the lottery like you do with the Bitaxe. So I believe that there definitely is a need for it in the future. It just matters about how Kaspa performs and how the Bitaxe developers, or if any of them, or if anyone from outside has knowledge of this and comes in to basically create a different type of Bitaxe. Mainly, I think you'd probably see one for either Kaspa coin or Litecoin or Dogecoin first. Either one of those kind of opens the floodgates for everyone to try and make one and put it on an algorithm of their choosing. I personally think that you'd see a script one next, just because there's a lot of coins on script that you could mine. There isn't actually too many on K heavy hash, there's only about 3, and Kaspa is obviously the most profitable, so there's no real need to target a certain mining algorithm. Bitcoin, there's already other Bitcoin forks that you can mine on there as well. So overall, this video is kind of just bringing back and bringing awareness of the KasAxe. I still think it's a far-fetched plan that we could go through with. Obviously, nothing's really in motion on my side, but hopefully some people see this, so share this around and some people see it, and they might get enthusiastic about it and try to develop one of these. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this.